Hi everyone, how are you doing? I want to tell you a very short story very quickly about my life. About 17 years ago, as an undergraduate in the university, I was considering life's direction and what I wanted to do in the future, what I wanted to do with my life. I was asking questions about what God would have me do in life, what God would have me do in His service. I was already a Christian. I was full of zeal and passion. I wanted to serve God, but where, how, when, with whom, there were all those questions in my heart. I was fortunate to meet a missionary at the time who introduced me to an author and who gave me a couple of books to read. And I want to testify to you that as I read these books, I received light and understanding and clarity. One of those books was this book here, The Way of Christian Service by Zacharias, Tanee, Fomum. Now, Zacharias Fomum was a professor of organic chemistry from the University of Yaoundé 1 in Cameroon. He was not only a very successful academic, he was also a preacher of the gospel. He was the founding leader of Christian Missionary Fellowship International, a church planting movement with missionaries and churches in more than 100 nations of the world now. I want to just share with you and say that the writings of Zacharias Fomum have been of very great help to me in my journey, in my desire to grow in my relationship with Jesus. You would have noticed, if you've been following some of my videos, you would have noticed some books in the background. You would have noticed From His Lips, which are a compilation of autobiographical notes on Professor Zacharias Tanee Fomum. Zacharias Fomum wrote more than 150 titles on various aspects of the Christian life. His books are profound, are very original, are profound, in depth of what the Christian life is all about. He wrote very widely and very deeply on prayer and fasting, on intercession, on evangelism and missions, on leadership, on marriage, on a wide range of topics. And his books are just so deep for the person who wants to really take following Jesus very seriously and who wants to follow Jesus as a disciple. I recommend to you the books of Zacharias Tanee Fomum as one of the very great authors and classic authors in Christendom who have made a very significant contribution to helping people grow in their relationship with Jesus. Yes, so I recommend to you the books and the writings of Zacharias Tanee Fomum. You can get them on our website www.cmfionline.org www.cmfionline.org. Yeah, you can look that up, or just Google Zacharias Tanee Fomum. They are available online all over the place. You can get them as audiobooks, you can get them as print on demand, you can get them as ebooks, and you can get them in your favorite physical brick and mortar bookstore. So go look for them, and I'm sure you'll be very, 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 very blessed. There are so many titles he wrote. He wrote the Christian Way series, books on basic doctrine, the way of life, the way of obedience, the way of sanctification, the way of discipleship to Christ, the way of spiritual warfare, the way of spiritual power, the way of Christian character, the way of overcomers, and so on and so forth. He wrote extensively about prayer. He wrote Praying with Power. He wrote The Way of Victorious Praying. He wrote The Ministry of Fasting. He wrote, yes, about the Ministry of Fasting. This author fasted and prayed a lot, several long fasts in his lifetime, and he trained many people to fast and pray. So the Ministry of Fasting is a classic. that you would really enjoy reading, I believe. He wrote other books on prayer, Waiting on the Lord in Prayer, The Ministry of Supplication, Life-Changing Thoughts on Prayer, Volume 1, 2, 3, and so many other books. His books are so practical and easy. You can't read them and be confused about what to obey. They were never written as theological discussions. They were written very simply from someone who had a profound walk with Jesus, seeking to help other people grow in their relationships with Jesus. So I present to you the books and the writings of this author, Zacharias, Tanee, Fomum. Get them from your favorite bookstore today, and I guarantee you, you will be blessed, you will be nourished, you will be inspired, you will be challenged to grow in your relationship with Jesus. God bless you. Get your copies. Bye-bye.